Good morning, students. Welcome back to the practical section. In the last class, we learned about index table, creating the table of content. That is the index table. And we learned to create the index table. Next activity is different styles for the table of content. How will you give a style? That means changing the background color, font color of the table of content. We can see that activity today. Okay, coming to folder, we are doing the activity with this document, isn't it? Today we will repeat what creating the content, the index table, then only we can do today's activity. So I am going to create the table of content. Before creating the table of content, what change we have to bring in the headings? We have to change all the heading to heading 1. I am selecting all the headings using the control key. Okay. Yes. By using the control key, I have selected all the headings. After that, from the style box, this is the style box. From here, you have to select heading 1. The heading 1 effect is given to all the headings. Now there is no space for index table. To create space, what you have to do? Press the enter key. These are all things we learned in the last class. I place the cursor for the table of content, that you have to keep in mind. After that, click on insert, table of content and index, table of content, index and bibliography. Yes, the box appears. From here also you can change the background color. Okay, we can select the background color from here also. But we are going to do from the style box. Okay, I'm giving OK. This is our table of content. Now, after that, if I want to change the background color, what I have to do is, I have to select the style box here, style window here. How to open the style window? From the style box, you have to select more styles. See here, you can, when you place the cursor on table of content, what is selected there? Content heading. See, what you have to do, you have to right click on it and select modify. What you have to do, once again, click on the table of content in the file. A file table of content പുറത്ത് വെച്ച് click ചെയ്യണം. When you click there, what happens? That will be selected in the style box. Then you have to right click ചെയ്ത് modify. From here, you will get the color from area tab. Get the color from background color from area tab. You can select a color, which color you want, background color you want, you can select. Then for changing the font color, you have to select font effects. From there, you can select a font color. Then after that, apply. Okay. See, that part is changed. If you want to change this headings, the content page headings, then you have to click there. That part will be selected here. Right click, modify. Font effects, inside the font effects, you can change the color. What color you want, you have to select. Then background color is in area. Background color is in area. From there, you have to select a background color. Then apply. OK. See, your table of content, that index page, index table is modified. giving different styles to table of content. We have changed the table of content style. Is it clear? Yes, this is the way for changing. What do you have to do? Place the cursor there. That part will be available in the style box. Right click, modify. Right click, modify. Coming to the next part of the text. Preparations for the youth festival. You are in the Little Kites IT club, and you have to organize the school youth festival. Okay, you have to organize the school youth festival. What are the things you have to do? The first thing is preparing a letter for the parents about the festival. So many participants will be there. You have to send a letter to the parents. ഒരുപാട് പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് കാണും. ആ പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസിന് എന്ത് കൊടുക്കണം? ഒരു ലെറ്റർ സെൻഡ് ചെയ്യണം. Individual letter for them, writing their name, their address. For example, 1000 participants are there. Is it easy to write separate letter for each student? Is it easy? No, it is not easy. Or in the pandemic situation, it is impossible. Okay, you cannot send a letter to the post office. Okay, what we have to do? We can learn it. Then the second thing we have to do is preparing the participants card. You have to give the participants card to each participant. Third thing is preparing the certificate. Preparing the certificate. Okay. Now, first we will learn preparing a letter for parent. Preparing a letter for parent. For preparing the letter for parents, what you have to do, things you must have in your hand, that is a letter for the parent and the list of addresses. List of addresses. ഇപ്പോൾ എല്ലാ പാരൻസിനും ലെറ്റർ അയക്കണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ പാരൻസിൻ്റെ എന്ത് വേണം? അഡ്രസ്സ് കയ്യിൽ വേണം. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാ പാരൻസിൻ്റെ അഡ്രസ്സ് നിങ്ങൾ കയ്യിലുണ്ട്. Then the second thing, you have a letter which you have written in English. Okay, both the things are in our hand. Okay, we will see that. See, this is the letter.odt. Letter.odt. When you see the extension ODT, that means it is done in OpenOffice Writer. ODT, OpenOffice Writer. I am opening it. This is the letter for the parent. Our school youth festival is scheduled on 8 and 9 September 2017. School youth festival has a great role in developing creativity and cultural exposure for our children. So we have to encourage them to develop their creativity through healthy competitions. We request your presence, help and cooperation for the school youth festival. Thank you. Okay, this is the body of the letter. Here, dear, you have to write the name of the parent. Then in two address, you have to write the address of the parent. After 2, you have to write the address. Is it clear? Yes. You have to send individual letters to each participant. You have only one letter. You have only one letter in here. What you have? You have prepared one letter without name and address. Without name and address. Then, for the practical section, for preparing the letter will not come. Is it clear? The letter will be given for the practical examination. Okay, a letter is given for you. Then the address will also be given. See, the address.ods. What is the extension? ODS. ODS means it is done in spreadsheet. It is done in spreadsheet. What is the extension of the letter? ODT. ODT, LibreOffice Writer. ODS, LibreOffice Calc, that is spreadsheet. This is the ODS file. See here, the name and address of each parent is written. See, this much of data is there. Okay. What are the two files given to you? One is the letter and one is the address. Clear? Now, how will you send the letter to individual parents? It's very easy process. You don't worry. It is very difficult when you are writing it. Through the use of computer, it is very easy to create letter to each parent using the facility mail merge. Using the facility mail merge. We are going to learn the facility mail merge. Come to your text. See, in such situations, we can make use of the feature known as mail merge to include the name and address one by one in the table in the letter. Is it clear? Which facility we are using? Mail merge. Okay. What are the things you should be given? An ODT file, that is the letter.odt, and the address file, that is address.ods. What you have to do is you have to merge these two documents. Merging. Combining. Merging means combining. You have to combine these two documents. You have the two documents. Okay. Clear? Which one will you open first? You have to open ODT file. You have to open. I am going to close this ODS file. Okay. What do you have to open? You have to open the ODT file. Keep in mind, if two files are given, you have to merge it. What do you have to open? ODT. ODT means the writer file. After that, you have to click on Insert Field, More Fields. What is the path? Repeat with me. Insert Field, More Fields. Clear? Insert Field, More Fields. Okay. While doing this, write the lecture note, then only it will remain in your mind. Otherwise, you will be just listening the class. Insert field, more fields. Okay. When I click on insert field, more fields, a window appears. In this window, you have so many tabs are available on the top. You have to click on database tab. Which tab? Database tab. Database tab. Put an arrow key and write database tab. In the database tab, you have to select the type as mail merge field. You are doing mail merge. Nothing to remember. Mail merge field. After that, what you have to do is you have to click on browse. What is the use of browse button? For opening a file. Which file we have to open? Think of, we have only two files. One is that ODT file which we have opened it. And what is the next file? That is that address.ods. We have to open that file here. So that I am clicking on browse. See what happens when I click on browse. The window appears. From here I have to select from user, school resources, standard 10. I'm going to select that file, that is address.ods. Address.ods. Then I will click on open. Clear? After getting this window, what are the things I have done? Database tab, mail merge field, browse, and open that file. When I open that file, a navigator comes here. See, address. That is the name of the file, address. അതിൻ്റെ ഫ്രണ്ടിലൊന്ന് നോക്കിയേ. What you can see, a navigator. Navigator means an arrow. You have to click on that. അതിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്തു. When I click on that, see, sheet 1 appears. In the front of sheet 1 there is a navigator. Click on that. Is it clear? What is listed here? The heading of that ODS file. ODS file endake heading undayirunnu? Name, house name, street name, post office, pin code. These all headings are listed here. What I have to do is I have to move this window to one side. How to move a window to one side? How to move? Click on the title bar and move. Then here near the deer, place the cursor, arrange the cursor in a proper way. Space ഒക്കെ കൊടുത്ത് ഞാൻ അറേഞ്ച് ചെയ്തു വെച്ചു. എന്നിട്ട് എന്താ ഇവിടെ വരേണ്ടത്? ഡിയറിന് ശേഷം എന്താ വരേണ്ടത്? The name of the parent. Isn't it? അപ്പോൾ name of the parent will be available in which heading? Name heading. Double click on this. ഇതിൻ്റെ പുറത്ത് വെച്ച് ഡബിൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യണം. If you don't know how to double click, you can click on insert. You can click on insert. Insertൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ what happens? See, ആ നെയിം എന്നുള്ളത് ടാഗിനകത്ത് അവിടെ വരും. The name of that person will not come. Name എന്നുള്ള ടാഗ് മാത്രമേ വരൂ. Okay, clear? Then where we have to make changes? The to address. Place the cursor. I am pressing the enter key. അടുത്ത ലൈനിലേക്ക് കഴ്സർ വന്നു നിന്നു. ഇവിടെ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് വേണ്ടത്? നെയിം വേണം. Then I am placing the cursor to the next line. ഹൗസ് നെയിം വേണം. ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ ഡബിൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ആണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഡബിൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ അറിയത്തില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ഇൻസേർട്ട്. Place the cursor. Post office. Pin code. All the things are arranged. After that, close the window. I'm going to close it. Okay. After closing, see, everything is completed. This much only. ഇത്രയും പാരൻസിന് ലെറ്റർ റെഡി ആയി. ഇനി I have to print it. Okay. How will you print? File, print. File, print. When I give file print, a window appears. Here I have to give yes. Okay. There is no printer for printing. So I will select file. I want the file. I don't want to print it out. Okay. I will select output as file. Output as file. Then click on OK. Click on OK. And give a name for that file. Okay, class 10. I'm selecting the desktop and save. See, it is merging. The computer has merged all the files. We will go and see. I'm going to minimize all the files. This is the class 10 ODT file. I'm going to open it. See, the first name Venukuttan. This is a letter for Venukuttan, the address of Venukuttan. Then Ambujakshan is the second name, the address of Ambujakshan. Then Sunila is the next name, the address of Sunila. Then Vimalan is the next name, the address of Vimalan. In this way, so many files. Within seconds it is created. We don't want to write anything. The address and the name. Is it not very easy? Yes, it is easy. We will repeat it once again. Okay. Those who don't have the computer, don't worry. After reopening, we will be dealing with such students. Those who have computer, do it very well. And one more thing, those who don't have the computer, repeat and see the video 2 or 3 times. It will be thorough for you, even if you don't do the practicals. While opening we will be doing, but to make the topics thorough, you have to see it 2 or 3 times. Okay, once again we are repeating. For all of you, we are going to repeat that part. What are the 2 files? The ODT file and the ODS file. 2 files will be there. What you have to open? The ODT file you have to open. ODT file is ready. Then what is the next step? Insert field, more fields. Here, what tab I have to select? Database tab, mail merge field. After that, which button I have to click? Browse. Once again, database tab, mail merge field, browse. From the browse, which file I have to select? I have to select that ODS file. ODS file. I am selecting the ODS file. Open. The navigator comes. Click on the navigator. How many times the navigator you have to click? 2 times. Click on sheet 1 navigator. Then place the cursor. Double click. Again here. Place the cursor. Double click. You have to press the enter key for moving the cursor to the next line. Double click. After all this, entering all the fields, you have to close the file. Then take the printout. File, print, yes. Here, not printer, output as file. Then click on OK. They save as single document. Individual document individual document. 72 documents will be in the desktop. I want a single document. Okay. Okay. Then I will give the file name, selecting the desktop and save. It is merging. Go and see. mm.odt. See? All the files are merged. All the letters are merged with the address. Okay, students. We will be doing the next activity in the next class. Do it today itself. I will be sending the note. Write the note. Okay, thank you. See you in the next class.